Alright, let's go into thread repair a little bit. There's many facets of thread repair because there's so many ways you can mess them up. For instance, let's say you're trying to get the flywheel off a lawnmower, outboard motor, chainsaw, I don't know. You're going to take something and you're going to peck on the end of it to try and loosen it up. Well, in the process of pecking on it, you mushroom out the end of it. If you do get a nut off of it, which isn't likely, you won't be able to get it back on. So we need to repair the end of that bolt. In order to do that, you can do it with a lot of things. You can do it with a file. You can do it with a grinder, Dremel tool, many things. We're going to use a Dremel tool just because I got one handy. Now typically most bolts aren't as hard as a lot of other metals that you may deal with, unless you get up into the really hardened bolts. Now what we're going to do to repair this that's been mushroomed is we're going to round this end off. We're going to taper it just ever so slightly, but it'll be enough that it'll clean the threads up and allow a nut to go on and off, or if it's a bolt that you're putting into something, it'll allow it to go in. So we're going to take the Dremel tool and just kind of work around it some. Eye protection, absolutely. You see, I'm trying to keep a little bit of angle on the head of this as I go around. Now, it's not to say that on these softer bolts you can't use a file and give it a rocking motion, or you can rock it this way. Just work around the bolt, work it all down, and then whatever your device is, come right off. Or it will go back on. One kind of thread repair for one kind of screw up. Take your time with this, because it was probably being impatient that got you to this point. Just a few basic little hand tools. You don't have to try and run to town, run to a store, find a specialty bolt. You can reuse the one you got. And for goodness sakes, if it's the end of a crankshaft, be careful. Nothing you can't do at home in your own garage. Thank you.